Peppa Pig and Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom share similar characteristics that make fans believe the two shows take place in the same universe. But is there really a shared universe between these two incredible shows? Or could this other cartoon be the key to explaining some of the mysteries hidden in the world of Peppa Pig? The same creators. If you're watching this video, it's because you're a fan, or at least you're familiar with the most curious and bossy little pig in the universe. Peppa Pig, who, along with her family and friends, embarks on adventures every day and is always learning something new. Meanwhile, Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom is a cartoon produced by the three friends, the very same creators of Peppa Pig. But if you thought that was their only similarity, you couldn't be more mistaken. By analyzing hidden details in the episodes, we can find clues that indicate the two shows might take place in the same universe. From similar settings to characters that appear to share very familiar traits, there are many elements connecting these two stories in ways not everyone has noticed. We have gathered all the elements that suggest Peppa Pig and Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom occur in the same universe, and this is the key to unlocking several mysteries of the pig family's world. So now, put on your golden boots and join us as we discover a little more about the incredible world of Peppa. Who are Ben and Holly? Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom is a children's series set in a small kingdom where fairies and elves live peacefully, governed by King Thistle and Queen Thistle. They have three daughters, Princess Holly, who is the eldest at 9 years old, and her twin sisters, Daisy and Poppy. They have Nanny Plum as the nanny responsible for the children, who always gets herself into trouble with her spells and tries to help the little ones overcome challenges. In addition to being practical and organized, Nanny Plum is also a skilled fairy, always ready to solve the kingdom's problems, even when the mishaps are caused by her own doing. Not to mention, she also has another role, that of the Tooth Fairy, created by the same three friends who, years earlier, brought the Peppa Pig world to life. Both cartoons feature simple, colorful designs that always convey great lessons to children. While Peppa Pig has over 400 episodes, Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom has only 100. This is a bit disappointing for fans, since the animation is captivating, funny, and filled with magical moments. If you are in love with the world of Peppa and haven't yet watched it, it's well worth exploring this other enchanted realm. After all, the two shows seem to be more connected than many people imagine. Characters. In this world, there are more than 4 classes of characters: fairies, elves, animals, and humans, all living in harmony. This is somewhat different from Peppa Pig, which features only 3 humans in the show: the Queen, Santa Claus, and the pirate. But let's return to Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. As we've already talked about the royal family and their beloved nanny, it's time to talk about Ben, a 9-year-old elf who is simply Princess Holly's best friend. And together they share many adventures alongside Ladybug Gaston. Unlike the fairies, the elves live in trees as if they were apartments, and they behave much more like humans, studying and working without using magic. This trait leads to amusing mix-ups when Princess Holly and Elf Ben join forces. For example, when Ben was invited to the royal picnic and his mother sent him a backpack full of food, but the royal family had a basket that provided anything he asked for. That is a very interesting quirk of the show, and the behavior of the animals is quite different because these creatures do not act like humans. In fact, they even behave a little differently, like Ladybug Gaston, who simply barks. That's right, you heard correctly. Gaston is understood by Nanny Plum, who manages to decipher what he meant by his barks, as we can see in the first episode of the series, The Fairies' Royal Picnic. Speaking of her, I don't know why, but when I hear her voice, seems so familiar, as if I've heard it somewhere before. Wait a minute, her voice sounds like Miss Rabbit's. Could they be sisters?
This is an emergency! I'm stuck! Hello? How many tickets, please?
Another well-developed character in the series is the wise elf, along with the elf lords and ladies who are extremely important to the economy. In addition, the fairies, who are not part of the royalty, live in a village and even have a president. Moreover, there are other magical creatures such as witches, mermaids, aliens, and humans, including Lucy, who discovers the Little Kingdom and becomes friends with Ben and Holly. And if you've already watched Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, comment fairy down below so we know. The similarities. Peppa Pig and Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom have more in common than you might imagine, starting with the characters' exaggerated expressions, which are perfect for younger children to relate to. In both shows, emotions are conveyed primarily through the characters' mouths, with wide smiles, funny faces, and gestures that reinforce the tone of each scene. Not to mention, some of the voice actors from Peppa Pig also lend their voices to bring the characters of Ben and Holly to life, which creates an even stronger connection among fans. This creates a sense of familiarity and strengthens the bond between the two worlds. For instance, the original voice actress for Peppa Pig, Harley Bird in the early seasons also voiced Princess Holly. This detail reinforces the theory that both shows share the same creative identity. The stories in both series are truly entertaining and always feature plenty of humorous scenes. For example, when Nanny Plum starts talking to the chicken, even gesturing in the same way, making it an undoubtedly hilarious moment. Another incredible similarity between the two shows is that they are set in worlds completely different from our own reality. In Peppa Pig, the characters are talking animals living like humans, whereas Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom takes place in a magical realm inhabited by fairies and elves. But could these universes be connected? Same universe? In the episode The Library, the Pig family goes to return the book that Daddy Pig borrowed 10 years ago and forgot to return. Peppa then decides to choose a few books to take home, and when she reaches the children's section, she picks one with Holly on the cover. In Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, we can see other clues confirming that the two shows share the same universe. For example, Super Potato, the most beloved celebrity from Peppa Pig, appears in Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, more precisely on the backpack of Lucy's schoolmate, who is a special human and a friend to both the fairies and elves. In the episode Aunt Cookie's Outing, Lucy's class goes into the forest to observe nature, and we can notice that one of Lucy's classmates carries a bag printed with Mr. Potato. But that's not all. Polly the parrot even made an appearance in Ben and Holly, along with her favorite food. In the episode Pirate Ben's Rainbow, Ben, Holly, Gaston, and Nanny Plum embark on an adventure with the pirate Redbeard. I don't know why, but I have this faint feeling that I already know this pirate. Where could he be from? But one thing that really stands out is his parrot, named Polly, which looks a lot like Grandpa Pig's pet. Moreover, throughout the series, a box of Ben and Holly's favorite food, a box of birdseed, makes an appearance. Clues in the castle. Additionally, there are even more hints that both shows exist in the same universe. Notice the painting hanging on the castle wall. I'm sure you recognize whose yellow house is up on that hill. At Lucy's birthday party, one of the human characters in Ben and Holly, it's possible to notice that the jelly has a very peculiar shape. Just like the one seen in Peppa Pig, these little connections leave us with our heads full of questions and theories. Who knows, maybe one day the truth will be revealed. Do the two universes share more secrets than we imagine? And if you, like us, love following theories about the world of our most beloved pink pig, go ahead and click that subscribe button now and join our fan group. Fairy Peppa. Peppa loves to draw and has several drawings on the wall of her bedroom. But you might notice that right next to her bed there's one of a fairy that looks a lot like Holly. In the episode The Costume Party, Peppa Pig made a point of dressing up as a fairy to welcome her friends for some fun. This detail might be yet another clue that, somehow, Peppa and her friends live in a world where fairies, like Holly, are also lovable figures and may even influence the everyday life of the pig family. The idea of Peppa transforming into a fairy, even though she doesn't live in a magical kingdom, builds an even closer bridge between her world and the enchanted universe of Ben and Holly. Peppa in the room, and this final piece of evidence will convince you once and for all that both shows exist in the same universe. Look at what appears in Lucy's room. The human character from Ben and Holly. That's right, a Peppa Pig plush toy. This likely means that the theory of the Peppa world being a TV series is true, or at least it sure seems that way. Just imagine, if Peppa Pig is actually a famous TV show within the world of Ben and Holly, something that the Magical Kingdom's children love to watch, it would explain the plush toy in Lucy's room, and perhaps even many of the similarities we see between the two shows. After all, the fact that Peppa Pig is a TV series within another universe makes perfect sense. Special opening. Another important similarity is in the opening of the two shows. If you're a true fan, you've definitely memorized the pig family's introduction at the start of Peppa Pig. In Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, the two main characters introduce themselves. But where have I seen that before? Oh, in the world of our most beloved little pig. It's very clear where they drew their inspiration for this opening. The similarity in how the characters are introduced is unmistakable, which makes us think that the creators of Ben and Holly took a cue from the structure of Peppa Pig's opening to craft something equally captivating and simple for their audience. Imagine if there were a single universe and, perhaps, a fairy named Holly even watched some of Peppa's adventures while having fun in her magical kingdom? That would be incredible. And if you want to keep enjoying, we've selected 2 amazing videos for you to watch. See you in the next video.